time to get started. Today we late start. I guess a number of us had a little problem getting parking lot here in the football. But good morning.
Morning.
I am Professor Wagner and I chair the Division of Programs and Relations. And I'd like to personally welcome everyone here, students, parents, Illini dads. I can see all the range here. But I also like to extend personal welcome to our Dean at Caesar, who is with us this morning for a while. I'd like to recognize Director Chestro, Associate Director Lee Wallrep. I am introducing them for good reasons, because they are all part of this program, so you will be in touch with them in due course. Additional people who are also part of this large team who will take care of the students are Cheryl Hack, I don't think she is here, Rhonda Frank, Rhonda, right there. She's from the Director's Office, Vicki McGinnis, with the food. Oh, yeah, she's meant to be our concession, right? Amy Scott from the undergraduate office. Many of you will see her when you sign up from the program, all of you, I believe. I now would like to, a very special guest, an old friend of the school, and a part of the school, is Alex Lapunsinger. Where are you, Alex? Right here. And his wife, Magali Lapunsinger, who have been and will be instrumental in running this program. We have two students from our previous study abroad program who are here, very happily I guess, to avail themselves to questions, but only those can answer who have been part of this program at some time. I will tell you why at some time. I'd like to also recognize that we have two Spanish faculty on our team here, Sara Bartumius and Adolf Sokka. All of you welcome. So let me first of all outline that what we will be doing here today. First of all, we have organized with our weathermen fantastic weather for you. We have some inside connections. First they predicted rain. I said no, that's no go. Said okay, we'll arrange that. So here we go. You have had a terrific weather for the game, if not immediately inside here. I will introduce the program in broad terms. Then we will have Alex, who is an insider on the other side of the Atlantic, and who will run this program, continue running the program, and will give you all the academic programs and all the details that the program will entail. We will then have a PowerPoint presentation which will introduce you to this new program, new in quotation marks because of the old. This is the continuation of a 42-year long study abroad program. And we continue on that. After that, Alex will talk about perhaps, as you have the handout here, we will have it on the our screen, and if you have questions, so he will explain some of that, the details. Following that, Associate Director will say a few words at how you can sign up and so on, this kind of procedural steps, what you may have to do. Then we open the field, the floor to questions to all of us here with field questions from parents, students, previous students will also be here to answer these questions. And when this is all over, then we invite you out for a little reception, which perhaps you have already, so that we have there for you. And well, after that, you will be the cheering ground out there in the football game. So let me start with the program. We have had this introduction a little while ago because have a year off. This is for the reason that we shift the program in different ways. First of all, a major step is that this is now continued in Barcelona. With this program, we build upon that 42-year heritage and the excellent program which has been recognized as perhaps the best, or perhaps indeed the best, study abroad program in the entire United States. But we will also improve upon that. And because Barcelona gives us tremendous opportunity, indeed, to expand the possibilities of students, what they can participate in academically, as well as personally. So much what you have known, the Versailles program, indeed, should I say, nationally very well known, remains. So don't get scared that this is now, I don't know what will happen. It's all there, plus. So what is then this program? We send 48 students with the agreement with the Barcelona school, 48 senior students. That is, of course, the other shift in our program. So far we have been sending junior students. Now we shift the program to senior students so nobody loses any opportunity to go to Europe and study abroad. The 48 students will complete their senior year in Barcelona. They will have a very rigorous academic program. I'd like to immediately dispel, as always before, this is not a vacation. You will have tremendous time there, lots of travels, lots of time, with a slightly different academic calendar, taking advantage the location, what you will have there. But it is an academic program and very rigorous at that. You will be graduating at the same time as your peers who will unfortunately perhaps not be able to join you in Barcelona. You will not lose a year. You will graduate, you come back, you will graduate at the same time as everybody else who finishes the 4-year program here. So, the entire education there, what you will receive, is in English. Alex, Labucino, and all of the staff there who will teach studios, history courses, structures, and independent studies, they are all hired by us. We will have an independent unit there in the School of Architecture in Barcelona. We will collaborate with them, but just like in Versailles, we will have an independent academic unit of the school. So the entire academic program is taught in English. Does it mean that you should not speak Spanish? No, you should. Many of you perhaps already do because you are native speakers like Alex. Fantastic, isn't it? And we urge you very much that you kind of brush up your Spanish or pick up at least some Spanish so that you can communicate with the locals. The program, any program, a year abroad is a tremendous opportunity. One might say once in a lifetime opportunity to study abroad. Well, in addition to the academic program, what you will be finishing, the opportunities are tremendous. The academic calendar will be different from here exactly so that you would have time to organize travel and your individual travel. Many of these, of course, part of the academic program. After that, well, you can also travel by yourself. So we will be stationed in Barcelona and outskirts of Barcelona, a fantastic city. I hope that the slides in 3D there yet will convince you that indeed this is a tremendous program and excellent. We are very excited about it, I have to tell you. We have been working on this now for quite some time, this entire team, and we look forward to launching this program next academic year. Our students will be staying in Barcelona, either in the city or in the suburb, part of the school, and so on. Well, what else can I add to it right at the moment? There are, of course, all sorts of details which you will hear about, and how you can get prepared for this wonderful opportunity. And Alex and many of us will be updating you about these details. So, without anything further right now, I'd like to call up Alex to continue somewhat more in detail of this program, and then we move to the PowerPoint presentation, what we will be narrating, perhaps both of us. Alex, I'd like to welcome you. Thanks.
Good morning to everyone. Can you hear me if I don't speak with the microphone? I have a little bit of an accent, gathered that already. Please feel free to ask me to say things again as many times. I will say everything as many times as it is necessary. First of all, I'm very glad to be here. A guest and not a guest, because this is my home too, even though I live abroad as a professor of the university. You see again my colleagues, my friends with whom we made this school. What are we here for? Just I want to make a very brief presentation to introduce some things of the Barcelona program, the moving from the Versailles to Barcelona, but to be very proud of that history that we have created for 43 years of a European study abroad program for the School of Architecture. And I'm saying this, and I'm going to reinforce a few things that Professor Wagner said, what it is. It is a study abroad program. And the word study is very important to understand. It's not the vacation for credit or anything like this. And the program offers this incredible opportunity to combine a number of things, which is to have the opportunity to study and get credit towards the completion of the bachelor's degree offered by the School of Architecture, with the opportunity of traveling and seeing other parts of the world, all within the framework of an organized academic system. The program, as Professor Wagner said, offers this curriculum of courses that is fully equivalent to the courses that are offered here through a calendar of activities that promotes the possibility of traveling through very intense periods of study. So we are absolutely non-negotiable with the academic rigor of the program. We belong to an institution, a school, a university that has one of the greatest traditions in teaching architecture, and that is something non-negotiable. We continue building and creating the reputation of the school and the academic rigor that we offer to the courses, being here or being abroad, as we will be in the European setting in Barcelona. But again, as Professor Wagner also already said, taking advantage of that incredible opportunity of being in one of the most vibrant and richest cities of the world, with a wonderful legacy and history of architecture and urbanism, such as Barcelona. The program, as also Professor Wagner said, is not located precisely in the city of Barcelona, but a little bit outside. We're going to explain this through the PowerPoint that we're going to go through together in a few minutes. But I also want to say, what is this opportunity? It's the opportunity to live abroad for 1 year, to study, to travel, and, very important, to work in association with a peer institution of the leading schools of architecture in Europe. It's not a program that is isolated, that is taken away from here, from Champagne, and put isolated in a different setting, but within one of the most important universities in Europe and one of the leading schools of architecture with whom we are going to work in close collaboration. I think that is a fundamental component of the history and the tradition of the School of Architecture and the study of the program. The other thing is that it's an opportunity for everyone to open the eyes, to open the ears, to open the spirit, to be enriched by other cultures, Catalan, Spanish culture, because it's the setting, but also with the European culture. But at the same time, something that I believe is fundamental, the opportunity for us to share what we have here, to share it with other cultures, to have this mutual enrichment. I think it is a fundamental premise of any study of program, and one in which we insist a lot with the students. All the students are ambassadors of the school, the university, the community, and the country. And we believe that this is very important for us, but also for the whole institution that hosts us during the entire year. So, with that, what we have here was prepared by Professor Bocher. We have a very simple PowerPoint display that I will go through very quickly, explaining what the images are, and then at the end, we're going to go through questions and answers. We're going to share the task of commenting the images that are prepared to this PowerPoint presentation. And again, all the questions that you can ask, I will give you the best answers that we have at the time. If there's something that we don't know, we're going to honestly say we don't know. But there are many things that we know because of our experience in Barcelona for 43 years, that we know how to handle, we know how to address them. So these are the normal questions that any parent or any student can have about the operation of the study abroad program for an entire semester. And then at the end of this PowerPoint, we're going to go through the handout. I hope everybody has this. First, we're going to go and explain this. This is a document in progress. So we wanted you to have some information. Okay? So
before we start, I'd like to add something to it because many of you perhaps have been some all of this presentation, but many of you are here. Alex and Magali and the team who we delegated to Barcelona, they live there. They are native, so to say. They take care of you, not just academically, but even personally. All of those, we see sort of, literally they become your parents. Now, two students, I am sure, can attest and confirm this. You will be very well taken care of. Anything what comes your way, they are very well trained to handle them. So, with that, I'd like to start the PowerPoint presentation, and Alex and I will be talking about what you see, of course, that we shift from Versailles to Barcelona. And Mediterranean Sea, it is not inland, it's along the Mediterranean Sea. We have the next one, please. Right here, Spain, right there at the threshold of Barcelona, and at the same time the threshold of the entire Europe, has tremendous cultural, architectural assets, history, contemporary, and many others. You will be in very short distance from the best of what Europe can offer, not to say anything about the Mediterranean Sea. Well, here it is. We will be in San and Barcelona. It is a suburb of Barcelona, really just like
just to give you an idea, how many of you have been to potential participants have been to Europe before? We don't need a geography lesson, right? Many of you. Have you been to Barcelona and Spain before? Well, fewer, that's okay. So Barcelona is in the northeastern corner of Spain, the capital of the autonomic region of Catalonia, and it is located by the sea. As we said before, the city with an incredibly rich and vibrant architectural history that goes back to antiquity and one of the meccas of contemporary and modern architecture. And then the program will be located in San Cugat del Vallès, which is not really a suburb, it's like a different city. It is a different city, very old, with a wonderful history, and it is 10 minutes, 15 minutes by metro or train to the center of Barcelona. Just to give you an idea. So we are not in the city of Barcelona, but very close. The distance is about 10 miles. To be very good. Yes, let's go. To this very quickly.
Trains run 10-15 minutes apart.
This is an aerial view of the village, of the city, not really a village, San Cugat del Vallès, with the wonderful medieval monastery that is located in the center of the city, very dense urban fabric, and the school of the train station is, and the school of architecture is located here. A little bit outside, 5 minutes walking, 7 minutes if you walk very slow. Very close from the train.
And 10 minutes if you walk backwards.
This is an aerial view of the school facilities, the penetration in that direction. Here you see the foundations of the student residence, which we are going to see in a few minutes. It is now built. This aerial photo of the exterior. Next. And here you see the school. This Barcelona will be on the other direction. And this is the student residence. And these are the facilities of the School of Architecture. It is part of the university. The School of Architecture, the Polytechnic University, one of the largest and most important in Spain. But the School of Architecture del Vallès is located in a specially dedicated campus in this town of San Cugat.
It's a research university like ours. There's a research park next to it. All industries and research centers are around.
But these are just images. They have a wonderful tradition of participating in the solar decathlon, and these are the students building that facility. We see parts of the building to illustrate the facility in which the program will be located, the entrance, the library, wonderful library, studio spaces where students will have the same rights of use that they have the Spanish students, the cafeteria, the bookstore. They have a state-of-the-art model shop, and they get commissions from all over the world. Many of them, it is open to students, but they also get commissions, and it works quite a bit in developing models for museums of buildings, historical buildings, and other more common buildings. They have the state-of-the-art machinery for building models. The auditorium, keep going, cafeteria again, sandwiches, and the research, and this is, when we stop for a minute, this is the student residence facility or building located adjacent to the School of Architecture. On the outside, it's not attractive at all. It's like a protective courtyard space, and on the inside, it has this wonderful common space with apartments on 2 floors. All the apartments are identical. This is what we visited when it was just inaugurated. So now there is a little bit more plants here, but this is wonderful social space for students. And they have, it is where most of the international students of the school are Dutch. And we have this interior view with the 2 persons, with the kitchen, living dining, and then 2 individual sleeping spaces separated by a closet, and behind the kitchen is the bathroom. Full bath. All opening to the interior courtyard that is the social space. This is where we visited the school. Next, this is again the city of San Cugat, the monastery, and a very dense medieval fabric. It's a wonderful place to walk around with all the facilities that anybody would need, from commercial to healthcare to absolutely everything. Views of the town, views of the monastery, again the cloister. So it is a setting that offers everything. It's not a completely isolated place away from the attractions, let's say, historic and architectural attractions of Barcelona. Now, Barcelona, as we said, is a wonderful architectural city, one in which architecture is very highly regarded, architects are very highly regarded, and that shows through its history with wonderful buildings from all periods, city of Roman origins, and then very important point in history in the medieval times, and then later on in the late 19th century with the development of modernism, and then modern architecture home to the work of Gaudí, perhaps the most famous and emblematic architect of Barcelona, but Barcelona is not only Gaudí, like Chicago is not only Franklin Wright. There's lots of things, and a wonderful tradition, and in modern times, particularly in the last 20 years, it has been one of the most important architectural cities of the world, the capital, the mecca for all contemporary and modern. Keep going to the images to show things of the city, some of the highlights. And this is within 15-minute train ride from the School of Architecture. It was the home of the Olympics in 1992. Really, the first great Olympic Games of recent history. Recognized. And then within the program calendar, we have built a number of opportunities for short-term traveling through Spain or through Europe. This is independent travel. There will be a few organized travels with the program, but the calendar provides the opportunity for students to organize their travel independently on their own and to go to other places, either within Spain or within other countries in Europe. Now, it's not vacation traveling. We insist that this is a studyable program. Therefore, in all these travel periods, students live with assignments. They have work to do, work away from the classroom in different settings, but it is this thing that I was talking about before, the combination of a rigorous academic program with the opportunities of traveling and being enriched by other cultures and enriching other cultures. Let's keep going to the images, traveling again to Spain. The only real vacation is the winter break, same as it is here, in which students do not have any assignment in the winter break, the winter holidays break as we call it. And then another important thing in the calendar is this decision of the school of moving the program from the junior year to the senior year is that the calendar, all the activities will culminate in time for students to have the opportunity to come back and participate in commencement. It's not a requirement that everybody will have the opportunity to come, participate in commencement. The program will be finished before that. I think you want to add anything?
Well, not exactly. I think what I hoped that the slides, which are really very few of the tremendous wealth, what both Spain and Europe all around could offer to any aspiring student of language. I really am very excited about this opportunity. If you have any questions, of course, later on, you will have the answers. All of these places are very, very short distance from Barcelona. And now with the cheap airlines, with very reasonable fares, you can travel all around. You have plenty of other means of transportation, trains and so on. And of course, here is the French Riviera, Monte Carlo, and beyond. And I was limited by the time that we have here, since we want to go to to introduce, say, the wells, those which are maybe touristic, but particularly architecture. Well, we finished here in Milan, but we would have gone on to Scandinavia and other places, which I hope you will do. You will plenty of. Now, I give the word back to Alex, who will speak perhaps a little bit more in detail about this hour and explaining some of the academic programs and the life.
not much detail because, as we said before, it's still a document in progress, but we want you to have basic information. In fact, the image I have on the screen is just the second to last version with the minor variations with respect to what you have, but not in the concept. I'm not going to go page by page because we are all grown-ups, educated, we can read. So just basically explaining a few things. You have on the first page the basic introduction of what the program is about, stating what it is, this unique opportunity, and that the courses are equivalent to those offered in the school here. The next page, the next page for them, but not for this. Okay. The next page introduces the faculty and staff of the program. As Professor Wagner said, all this staffing of the Valles program, or Barcelona program, is appointed by the School of Architecture, in some cases in agreement with the host school, but it has a number of full-time faculty members. I was already introduced as the program director. I'm also a professor of architectural design. Magali, if you would mind standing up. That's Magali, who is the person who takes care of all the administrative aspects of the program and the students and her. And then we have a full-time instruction professor to be designated by the end of the year. We are appointed for the fall 2014. And 2 or more part-time teachers who will teach the rest of the courses, plus a wide variety of guests that we get from the host institution, from the professional and scholarly community in Barcelona, and from the rest of Europe, as we have done in our previous program for 50 years. We already discussed at length, sufficient length, the location of the program, and I'm not going to repeat myself on this. The most important thing for me is the academic structure of the program, what are the courses offered, and these are the same courses that are offered here at the senior level and that are tailored in such a way that they guarantee the students' graduation with the bachelor's degree, and then the matching of the content and of the rigor, but at the same time introducing the advantages of being in a very specific setting.
If I may inject here a word about the academic program and the quality, I have had the privilege of following up this program in the past 12 years, participating in the year-end studio reviews. I can safely say, and what I have seen, and it is also documented in a compiled booklet, the work what I have seen far exceeds much what I have seen in many other places. It's incredibly high quality. So I can give credit to Alex and all those who run the studios. I am very pleased to do this because the entire program inspires, and that's very important. So some of these drawings are not their own projects, sketch this, effectively design is also very high quality.
When Professor Warner was making the introduction, you were watching a movie, which is the usual movie or slideshow that was organized by students who had participated in the previous year in the study abroad program. This year we put that one as a background and consider it was important to introduce this new program of the school rather than having all the rest of the film. But that film, that slideshow prepared by students, shows the opportunities and the academic quality of the program. I think we perhaps want to go to the next 2 pages very quickly. There is one page in which we discuss about what is the daily life, compressed or condensed in one page. Of course, there is much more to that. And you can get the feeling of this, the possibility of having the student housing and the facility at San Cugat del Valles. The next page outlines the cost and fees of the program. There are some mandatory fees and then tuition and fees from the university. This is perhaps some questions about that, so I prefer to leave it like this for you to look at these things and these different parts, and then how to apply to the process. I don't know if he wants to say a few things about the process of application to the federal office. And then at the final page, you have the summary of the program with the basic information. There is summary table of the cost, and then the schedule of payments. Please don't look at this because this is not part of the information that you have on your handout is more accurate. This is what has been changed at the last meeting by.
If I may add something to the cost. Well, I have been in some meetings nationwide where we had participants and organizers of international programs. I was very surprised to learn that our program, which at the same time when you look at it, includes your extra cost. And yes, there are extra costs of any studyable program. Ours is one of the cheapest and most reasonable programs nationwide. Princeton charges $1,000 non-refundable just as participating. You pay $30. If you also consider that you spend for apartments here and so many things, you will not have to spend it here. Yes, there are some differences in case of the cost, but we are absolutely convinced that that difference is absolutely worthwhile. We also have scholarships and many other opportunities when you can apply to, and I think Associate Director Lee Walden might also say a few words about those opportunities in addition to say how to apply for the program. Lee?
I'll only take 1 minute. Obviously, those that are interested in applying for next academic year would be the juniors. So freshmen and sophomore will be a parallel process. We use an online application process through the Study Abroad office. And so if you reference the sheet, all you need to do is go to the Study Abroad website, and one of the tabs is Apply. You'll select Apply online. You actually need to go through a couple of steps that the Study Abroad office has, which is watching a video online on the rigors of going abroad beyond just Barcelona. And then from there, you'll actually start your application. There is a $25 application fee. So once you start the process, your account will be billed $25, so you're not actually given a credit card or anything. And for the most part, the application is contact information, permanent address, local address, that kind of information. As part of the application, though, there is also an additional essay of 250 words, 1 page, basically on why you want to study abroad. In addition, we're going to ask you to submit a resume, just so that we have that. And then there will be one question on there, as outlined on here. Have you completed at least 1 semester of high school or college level Spanish? It is our hope that the application will be available online starting on Monday afternoon. We're working out a couple of glitches with the Study Abroad office, which is actually their glitch, not ours. So if it's not up Monday afternoon, it will soon be up after that. And the application deadline is December 15th. So it shouldn't take that long to apply, so don't wait until December 14th at the end of the semester. The other handout, which I'll just mention, these are all scholarships for study abroad through the university or other outside entities that a student applying for Barcelona would be eligible for, assuming you meet the eligibility requirements, and this outlines all of the information. I'll just bring your attention to the second page, which gives an email address, studyabroad-scholarships@illinois.edu. If you have a question, you will be better served to email that email address than emailing me. However, I do work with the scholarship coordinator in the Study Abroad office, so you can certainly email me as well, and I'll do my best to answer. In addition, the School of Architecture has a number of scholarships available for students studying through the Barcelona program. I think the director's office is still working out the dollar amounts, but in the past, they've ranged from anywhere $1,000 to $2,000 per student. Those will become available through an online application process on the school website by the middle of October. And that deadline will be, I think we said the Friday of the first week of classes in the spring. So I think that's like January 24th to 25th. So you'll have an opportunity to work on that, at least over the holiday break. And so you should definitely take advantage of scholarships. One in particular, you pay into every semester as part of your fees, which is a $5 scholarship application fee. And so why not go for that? I know Diane Getty a couple years ago actually won $6,000 in scholarships from both the university and the school. So there are opportunities for that. Plus you can start asking your relatives and your friends for larger Christmas funds.
Leave it up. I think time is running short. I think it's probably the best is to turn it to you and to your questions. And I'd be very happy to...
Just one more thing, because in addition that you apply, when you get your result that you are admitted in the program, well, eventually it is somewhat competitive and academically, of course, we look at the records. But every month after that, we will be meeting with those who are Barcelona bound. And we will take you through, well, a number of steps, administratives, which will eventually lead to your departure for Barcelona. Visas, passport, and many of those administrative steps. And our staff is really very well versed, knowledgeable about that. Every month there will be a meeting. So, now we can open the...
If you have the questions I want, I'd be happy to answer myself, Magali, about the program. But also I'd like to... There are students who were in the Versailles program in the last few years, and if there are more and want to come and join us here at the front, they could answer about what is the experience abroad and what is the spirit of the program too, even though they could probably not share about the specifics of the locations. The location is, I would say, almost like an accident, not really, but it is the study abroad program in Europe and this wonderful legacy of the school.
I'd like to recognize this gentleman here, who has a wonderful question, I'm sure.
I'm sure that you take this into consideration, but if you could explain to me, students in Barcelona that are interested in continuing their education through graduate programs, how do you anticipate they would do that while abroad, being able to apply, etc.?
Well, this is the information society. Our students communicate with everybody else, iPhone, smartphone, and I'm not even kidding. Right now, almost every application I am recommending, I'm writing recommendations, is all on the web. Well, we have considered that. We don't think this is a tremendous problem in that sense in case of application. Even portfolios are submitted electronically.
Well, we will dedicate also time and workshops to facilitate time for the students to develop their portfolio. Something that has become a habit in recent years that the students visit the schools. That is up to the budget. If in one of the breaks they want to come to the US and make a tour of the schools, nobody's going to tie them to the Barcelona location for the week of the program. But the opportunity for developing all the materials will be given with our assistance. The faculty members will tell them with portfolios and advice like anyone else. We are the faculty who is going to be working there, the faculty of the University of United States. We're going to provide all the support that we can provide in the same way as the university.
We're actually hosting a number of workshops this fall on graduate studies, and those have been open to the juniors as well as to the seniors.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Yes.
Will we be able to take 2 architectural history courses in Barcelona? Because I'm trying to finish up a minor and I don't have room to take it this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Question? Yes, you.
I'm a sophomore this year.
Could you speak up, please?
I'm a
Yeah.
sophomore this year.
You are the one? No. Was I cannot recognize you were the one here in the earlier in the phone. Yes.
Blue?
Yes,
Me?
you.
Okay. The Spanish course. Huh?
Go ahead, ask the question.
Okay, the Spanish course that's mandatory for those who are native speakers. Do we have to take it, or how do we get around that with the application process? I guess.
Can you say that again?
For native Spanish speakers and the mandatory Spanish course or high school level Spanish course, do we have to take it, or how do we get around?
Are you a native Spanish speaker?
I'm sorry.
Or you speak Spanish? Let me ask. But in English, if you speak Spanish, you don't need to take the course. So it's,
Okay, but it said in like the thing that it was like a mandatory Spanish.
Demonstrating proficiency is satisfactory as opposed to taking a course.
Okay, thank you.
yes, plenty of variables.
But if you don't speak Spanish, you are not going to participate in the program. You will be perhaps asked to participate in the meeting, getting familiar with the language. So you don't need to speak in that sense.
Yes, but at the same time, for those who do not speak Spanish, that cannot be an opportunity for them. That we believe is very important.
Yes, our students can perhaps add something to it.
Before we left, we had to take a French course. I don't know if that's still going to be the case. But,
Yeah,
it
okay.
will.
Questions? Yes.
The study abroad program, is the emphasis ancient architecture, or is it?
Not patient. No,
No.
it's the same curriculum that we offer here, and the history courses will have a stronger focus on Spanish and European architecture, not necessarily Asian.
So, what do the students gain going over there? The students that don't go, have that opportunity, and conversely, what do they not get? The students that stay there?
So if I may say, they get just about everything what they get here and 100% more. The history will be right there. We here have to offer them photographs, this and that, in order to learn history of architecture. They will go out there with the historian looking at it, doing sketches, experience what history is. But I'm not necessarily talking about, say, ancient architecture, which is also there. Spain and Europe is full of modern architecture. Some of them you have seen, and there is plenty, which immediately, directly informs their studies, studio, and otherwise. So that's a tremendous plus.
So, Tom, you want to have the students answer that question?
The students can, yes.
So I think as far as what you gain academically from going abroad as opposed to staying here is that you get a certain experience abroad of different architecture that you don't get from books. So like the other day in studio, we were trying to put together a certain experience for somebody going through our building. And you can say, oh, well, there was this one building that I went to while I was abroad that had this one thing that really affected me while I was there. That would be perfect to put in my building here. Or maybe I can innovate on that and make something new. So there's kind of this myth that as far as your architectural knowledge is concerned, that students that go abroad kind of come back behind, and I think that's a myth. That's not true whatsoever. It's definitely a different type of knowledge than students that stay here get, but it is equally, if not more valuable with you going forward as a student, as an architect in the future.
I'd like to add to that, by my own studies, that today we are living in a global world. Many of our students get employment abroad. In Europe, in Asia, we have a large number of foreign students here who we educate, and they will be practicing architecture all around the world. We cannot miss this opportunity to be part of this new world. And the Barcelona program, or the Study Abroad program, prepares our students, perhaps the first step, in order to be a tremendous value on the job market as they leave our university. Any question? Yes. Yes.
The school in Barcelona, so there will be up to 48 students from University of Illinois. How many other students will be at the school, and where will they be coming from? Just the United States, or from Europe, or
In the school, in the
in
school,
Barcelona
the case in the past in France. We hope it's going to be the case in the future with Barcelona. And there is a course that fits within the curriculum that will be available to them without any problem. We need to make a human process, I'm sure, but it's a very open program. The priority is that we make sure that the curricular requirements are fulfilled to complete the relation. Would you like to add? Yeah.
Part of that system in Europe which participates in the Erasmus program, and that's an exchange program we can much widely recognize in Europe, so that we get plenty of foreign students in the School of Architecture in Barcelona.
I also must say that apart from Spanish and Catalan, our students mostly talk English. This generation has a very English, so they could be able to communicate and exchange.
I have to add to that this is what the goal is an exchange program. We will be hosting here 7 Spanish students coming directly into our program for 1 year. And that enriches our program here. So we try to make this an, should I say, interactive program. Although perhaps it's a little bit of an asymmetrical, and there's 48 students ours there, over there, and 7 here, but of course there are some pluses and minuses in both sides, so it's eventually it's an equal program. We will have 7 Spanish students directly into it.
You have another question?
Yes.
I'm a sophomore this year. Do I apply next year for my senior year, or do I apply this year?
No, you apply next year.
You apply your junior year for your senior year, so this year is just information gathering for you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Page 6 of the handout describes the program fee as $14,000 in one place, $8,000 in another place. Which is it?
Let me explain it because yes, on page 6. Well, this is one of the reasons why we said that this is supplementary. And it sounds, for example, one of the things the students have to pay the tuition fees, but they also the program. It's a mandatory fee for all. And then there are a number of things having to do with housing and also with airfare. We don't know today the price of airfare yet, and we don't know yet the exchange rate for housing. So there is that little difference of cushion that may happen. The program fees will be the total to be established within very short period of 14,000 and 14,000. That includes all the program fees, plus the travel, plus the housing.
Lodging is also included.
Okay, let me say that back. So I think what you're saying is the $14,000 fee on the left side of page 6 is a combined rate that is intended to be the tuition, the housing, and the airfare.
Correct.
No.
Not including the tuition. Not tuition, the program fees.
I'm sorry,
The program fees,
I'm
yes.
sorry, I'll say that again. It's the program fee, the housing, and the airfare.
Yes. And program-related travel.
Activities.
Okay, got it.
Program related travel. The program fees cover some of the different things. The independent travel that the students make during their travel breaks is not included. Okay? But we do organize a few field trips during the year, and those are covered largely. 90% covered. We always ask a little participation from the students, like 10 euros or something like this. But that is the cost that will be established through the study abroad program and school access. So this depends on the housing has to be paid in euros. So this is just to give an idea. Now, if the euro goes up, this figure is no longer good. If it goes down, it's no longer good for the good thing. The good thing.
I also want to add to that this number, what you see is 14.5, has been the same in the past 4 or 5 years. We try to keep a gap on this so that we actually don't go along with the inflation, which of course is also in Europe. How it is, of course, it's at some point beyond control. Yeah.
I'd like to ask a question of each of the students, if you can answer briefly. Studying abroad is a life-changing experience. I think everyone will agree who's been through it. Could you each tell us briefly how it's changed you?
I went to 5 programs in 2009, 2010. I'm the oldest married man in the room. It changed me in that I remember living in France was not as easy as living in the U.S. for obvious reasons. Now, after seeing the slideshow, it looks like it's going to be better than living in the U.S. with the dorms you guys are going to be living in. But it taught me to be okay with some level of discomfort in my life, in the sense that not, I don't know how to put it, I'm okay with not being in a great situation living-wise, and that not everything's perfect in my life, and I've learned to adapt to the situation that I'm in. It's taught me so many different cultural ideas from being in so many different countries that other people change. I can go on and on.
I mean, academically, it's definitely life-changing. You go abroad, and you get to work with other students. In Europe, we got to work with French students, and just seeing a different perspective, how they approach design, how they approach, their structures, courses, all that. Getting to work with them and take how we approach design and merge it in a way with what they're doing is something that you don't exactly get at abroad, but you can get it when you study abroad. And that was life-changing. I came back here and was able to apply what I learned from other students around me in Europe to what I'm doing now. That was something that is irreplaceable.
I think for me, it was just so much more than I thought it would be, and having the opportunity as an architecture student to really go out there and see architecture firsthand, to draw it, not just to see it on the slideshow, it's just incredible. And you mature so much because you're kind of on your own and you need to grow up. Your parents aren't there to help you or to anything. I think that if you're serious about architecture, you need to be serious about going, because it gives you an experience that over your peers that is unprecedented.
Any other questions?
What's that? I guess going off of what was first said, dealing with a little bit of discomfort in your life, it's kind of strange because dealing every day with somebody who doesn't necessarily fully speak your own language, like just going to get groceries or something, is at first kind of a hardship, but by the end of it, it's an experience, and going even further, you start to enjoy it. And so you start to think, well, if I can communicate with somebody who doesn't speak my own language, not saying that that's going to be the case at the school itself, but traveling. Once I've been able to do that, once I've been able to find my way all the way across Prague without any help from anyone, and, the relatively minor troubles that you have in your life back home here, just, what's that in comparison? You kind of dominate everything.
I think for me, one of the things, especially with architecture, is you become more open. You become more open to the opportunities that are right near you. I mean, how many of you, like sophomores or juniors or freshmen, would even consider just taking a day trip or a weekend trip to go see a piece of architecture in Chicago? We live like 2 or 3 hours away from there. I mean, Chicago's an incredible place. So after spending a year in Europe, it
realize like, oh, we can go this weekend to go study a building in France or in Spain or another country, and then come back and it just enriches us in our academics, and then we can come back here and you realize, oh, we can just go to Chicago or another state to see the building. You start to realize the things that are out there for you, and it's a lot easier. You get used to doing the traveling.
Okay. So, going off what was already said, like, living abroad just kind of like forces you to grow up. Like, you just have to like, now I have responsibilities and I have to do stuff in other languages. So, I have to go to the doctor now. And I'm not really sure what the doctor's saying. Maybe 100%, but I think just write it down. I'll translate it later. So it just forces you to like, have more responsibility. And then like architecturally, like you go and see just like things you've learned about in history class, and just like being able to experience those things, experience different major built works, it's just extremely beneficial. Because then you can like think back to, well, what did Le Corbusier do in Villa Savoie, and it's just really.
Before going to the study abroad program, I was closed-minded in the sense that I thought traveling wasn't important. But after going there, I was completely wrong. When the student goes there, the professors as well as our companions, like they look at the pieces of architecture and they really appreciate what has been created and done. It really has an impact on you as a student of architecture, and also as a person. You gain appreciation for such things. And then when you gain appreciation for such things and you gain awareness of the world and another country, then that influences you when you come back, because as the gentleman said before, you gain appreciation for like other pieces of architecture. So you might want to go down to Chicago or the Farnsworth House in Plano, or maybe Franklin Wright's Falling Water in another state. And that really has a big impact and really changed me. And I really encourage all students to go. And it really makes you, it really helps you grow up, as others said, and really helps you become aware. And also, a lot of people, a lot of the architects that come here to speak, a lot of guest architects that come here to speak, emphasize that it's important for designing architects to sketch, because they create ideas. And by going through this study abroad program, not only do the students become better at sketching, but they also develop their own ideas and creativity. And it's really important for any student who wants to become an architect to develop these skills. And that's why this program is amazing.
I want to just add that don't be afraid that it's a year-long program, because I think that everybody at the end of the first semester was really happy that we had a second semester.
Many of them come back, they go to Munich, which you also have another program. It gets a little bit contagious that they want to go immediately again, which is fine. We have heard many of the previous students who talked about, yes, they grew up, they managed their finances for the first time. And I can spot them when they come back. Of course I know them because I have talked to them before they go and meet them there, but I can spot them even far away. They walk differently. They have self-confidence both in the studio, in the academic way, and personal life. They have grown up. They have seen the world. And that is a tremendous plus. We are convinced. Yes?
The travel periods that you talked about, are those organized by the school that everybody goes to the same place at the same time? Or do you say like we off and everybody goes off on their own? Or?
No. The program is that we teach courses. Within the courses there are a few field trips, day long, and perhaps 2 during the year. The previous program, 3 day long. Those are organized. During the periods of travel, the students set up their own plans, and they go to the destinations that they want to go. They do carry on assignments to do. Perhaps, once again, the students can tell you more because they did it before, and that's what they did. But they are not organized, they have to provide an itinerary because of the assignments that they have to do. But they go in groups, so one by one. We encourage them to go in different groups and not on their own, one person alone. But that's up to them. What they have to do is report to us where they go. The test strips and the work will be, the traditions of the school that will be organized for the calendar in Spain is to be reorganized according to with respect to the previous one. We will do travel workshops that are organized, and those are also organized not finance, but organized in one of the credit granting parts of the group. But that's a different, that's separate from the independent part. You want to say anything more?
Honestly, with we did a few week-long travel trips, as Alex mentioned, and they're really well set up because Alex and the rest of the faculty will create an assignment that's a lot of sketching, it's very labor-intensive during the trip, but it's open-ended, so it doesn't matter where you go to do the assignment will still work. So it'll focus on studying certain aspects of a building or something, but you can study any building anywhere in Europe and do that same assignment. So then it really opens you up to where you want to go travel, that will still get the assignment done.
Pretty much like having, when you get a week off here for Thanksgiving and then a week off second semester is just great. That's kind of what it is. Just maybe not necessarily those periods.
You have assignments to do though.
Don't be intimidated by these assignments. I kind of was seeing these meetings, but they're not bad. And they're really helpful for you. The development of sketching you're going to have on this business.
A lot of the buildings you might use for assignments and stuff are buildings that you might normally just go to see as a tourist. So you're going to get a deeper understanding of the building. You still do an assignment and still go see it.
Yeah, to Sebastian's point, it's not like when you go on these trips, you say, okay, we'll do our sketching for the day, get that out of the way, and then go do the fun stuff. You go there because you want to sketch, you develop this carnal need to sketch.
One of the things that we say is that they are in class, but not in the classroom. Okay, so they have work to do. And this is the spirit of this opportunity of combining traveling with classroom activities. And I think it's very interesting. However, because we all know that traveling costs, right? It's not required. The science during those periods can be done in Barcelona and in San Cugat without any problem. So the extra expense of traveling is not required. That is very important.
There is a question up there. Yes.
I have two questions really quick. The dates, do we know?
Just speak up.
Do we know the approximation of dates that we're going, or when we'll be leaving, coming back, anything like that?
Yes.
Yes?
The length of the program or the travel breaks?
No, the dates we're going, dates we're coming back.
The program will begin during the first week of September.
Okay.
We decided exactly the date of arrival. And you will come back. There's a window of time in which you can come back. You will decide what day, the week before commencement.
Okay.
Perhaps not Monday, because we are thinking of a grand finale for the Monday before commencement over there, but if you have your bags ready and your house taken care of, you can fly back on Tuesday.
Okay, I had another question for the students. When you went there, were there any like surprising, unexpected costs that you like encountered? Like, oh my goodness, food is ridiculously expensive here, or anything like that?
Batteries.
Batteries.
I think it also depends on like the country you go to, and then the exchange rate might just kind of like kill you. Kind of like Norway is like expensive.
Oh, yes.
Like everything seems expensive, but it wasn't more than what was listed on the sheet for us. So that's a realistic expectation.
It's actually one of the benefits of the program moving to Barcelona. Barcelona are less expensive than they are.
So it's mostly like items that you find like at Walgreens that are way expensive over there. Nothing like that you need on an everyday basis. That was like really surprising. I'm sorry?
An Apple product in Europe.
Apple computer should not be bought in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Any further questions? Yes.
So you mentioned 48 students go.
Correct.
And is it very competitive? I mean, how many applicants do you have?
Well, in principle, it is complicated in the sense that we look at the applicants, the international program committee sits down, review it, and of course those who better in academic ways and so many ways, they have certain priorities. I don't necessarily anticipate any problem at this stage. We look forward to as many applicants as there might be. But again,
It would be wonderful that all 100 classes students would go. In that case, because we have an agreement with the Constitution to accommodate the maximum of 40 students, yes, we will competitive. It doesn't mean that there is less guaranteed that there are certain academic requirements that can be met by training participants.
first of all, we have to make sure that the students who will go in the senior year, they finish everything before. In the junior year and everything else is pretty up. And perhaps not just on the very native year, but perhaps a little bit. So because this is a very intensive program. So we want to make sure that those who go really benefit. But again, I don't anticipate, having seen this program for 12 years,
How far along in the application process does it take before you inform the student gets there in or out?
We will make that decision, I think the final application.
The deadline is the Friday, the first week of the spring semester, and they will know by February 1st.
correct.
It's plenty of time. There's lots of things that need to be done before. If a student, for example, does not have a passport, we will push the passport. If a student needs a passport, we need to do for all the students the student visa. Like a Spanish student coming here needs to get the visa to study here, we need to get our students to get the visa to study in Spain. That takes time. So we need to make those decisions and this decision shall be on in February so that we can set out everything else and stay tuned for the students to go in time. And also there is the financial situation. Everybody is organized. It doesn't happen overnight. We have one of our daughters now studying abroad, and we know what that is for us. Yes, I think there is.
Yeah.
Of the 48, how many grad students do you take? Do you know by chance, or is it just kind of based on the applicants?
Graduate students, I think we should go to see Professor Bogner to get informed on the new this program, that the program is open for graduate students, and it is, you will be allowed to apply. We don't know how many graduate students will be going, and for the length, if you want to go for the 10 year or 1 semester, that is something that you need to discuss with Professor Bogner.
So here it is, to answer your question, this is the first time when this study program is going to be open for grad students. We have an opportunity, we are working on it at the moment, to take either the 5th year spring semester, first they have to get into the system here, either to go in the spring semester of the 5th year or the fall semester in their 6th year and come back and graduate here. So for the graduate students, it gives 1 semester break. And that's we feel is important that they graduate from here and they get into the system. And when they will be able to, we are working on it. This is the first time we will give this opportunity, well, to the School of Architecture here. We are working on it. Alex, it has academic and program kind of consequences, but we are working also with the Spanish school in that. Yes, there will be. Any further questions? Well, it's not many at this time. I would then invite you all, if you have the time, to continue at the concession. Refreshments are there. We can continue the dialogue about